From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast with Scott Sander.
Welcome to the Business, Equity, and Opportunities Podcast. I'm Scott Sander. On this episode, yesterday, the performance racing industry wrapped up its three-day PRI trade show at the Indiana Convention Center. We had the chance before the show to talk with the PRI President, Michael Good, at the organization's headquarters in Speedway about efforts to expand the racing workforce in Indiana.
Every business is unique and has a target audience. If you own or manage a business, Circulus Digital Media can help you connect and grow your customer base with turnkey digital solutions that are nimble, offering best-in-class results, service, and support to reach a bigger customer base, allowing you to pinpoint a specific audience down to the smallest details. Get outside the city, the state, span the globe. Put Circulus Digital Media to work for you. Get started now at circulusdigital.com. That's circulusdigital.com.
Hi there, Michael Good. I'm the president of Performance Racing Industry, or otherwise known as PRI, and I've been here for about 9 months, and I came from a manufacturing and automotive aftermarket background. Most previously, I was the president and CEO of a company in Cincinnati called Dynamat. So, we live in the racing capital of the world. That's what Indiana coins itself as, and we live that out. The PRI show, it's been around since 1988. It's been in Indianapolis for a number of those years, and we're here. We're not planning to go anywhere. PRI, it really, I say it does three things. It connects, protects, and advocates. So we put on this huge show in December every year that really connects and brings the industry together, the motorsports industry. And it really brings all of the manufacturers, and they are the exhibitors, but we also have a lot of educational classes and a lot of buyers, whether you're talking about sanctioning bodies or track owners. There's racetracks all across the United States. We have specific tracks where we talk about that. We talk about promoting racing and how to secure and save and make sure that it's safe for years to come for our children to embrace. So there's a lot to it. You'll also see a lot of the latest trends that are going on in the racing industry. And the innovation we actually have, it's called an innovation showcase, where we're actually showcasing all these new technologies that are coming into the racing world. And a lot of times, those racing technologies make it into the consumer car. We could sit here and talk for a long time about the impact that racing's had on the general public, even those that maybe aren't fans of racing per se. And the show really is that foundation of that. It really brings the industry together. It gives everybody a place to congregate, to share best practices, to kind of hear what's going on in other parts of the world. It is an international show. It brings people from all around the globe. So it's a great experience. Indianapolis embraces it, and it's just a wonderful city for this. The show's a big deal. So it's usually the second week in December. This year it's December 12th through the 14th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And last year, during that same time frame, over 3 days, it brought in roughly $70 million in economic impact to the city. And that translates in a variety of different ways. I think the last year's numbers were right around 24,000 hotel nights booked in central Indiana. And then there was around 67,000 attendees at the show. So, it is a big deal. Indianapolis embraces it. Mother Nature's cooperated for the past several years, and it's been a really comfortable show. And I think the infrastructure of downtown Indianapolis also makes it so conducive to have a good show. Everything's interconnected. You can get all over downtown through snaking through buildings, so to speak. And our show takes up the entire footprint of the Convention Center and Lucas Oil Stadium and the connector in between for about 1.2 million square feet. So it is, I believe it's the largest footprint show in the state of Indiana. It's significant. I think just seeing how fast things are evolving, even if you think about so PRI is more than our trade show. That's a big piece of who we are. But there's a lot that we bring to the industry on the advocacy side, the other 51 weeks of the year. And we're out there connecting with our customers and doing a lot with them. But really hearing how new innovations are coming out, I'm talking to whether it's a 70-year-old or whether it's a 25-year-old, they all share that passion. And I think the one glue about motorsports racing, and having worked in a variety of different industries, it is glued together by passion. And that's the one common bond that everyone inside the building here in a few months and at the PRI show will have. They all have that shared passion. And, we want to protect it. And then on the work side of it, we really have to think about how the world's changing. People are making up their minds about things they see on social media and scrolling. And so you have to change it. You have to get experiential in a lot of the things that you're doing to entice people to want to come to an event. But ultimately, we want to help our members and the people that are at our show grow their businesses and connect their businesses to other like-minded businesses to support the industry. So it's really exciting. Racing's really a diverse, so I have two children in college right now, and we talk about their future life and what they want to do. And they love this industry, and I'm like, if you're going into accounting, you can still get into the racing industry. Every race team, every manufacturer, they need all of those skills. Whether you're sales, marketing, accounting, it's not just about wrenching on cars or driving a car. There's all these different pieces of it that it touches. And I think, PRI was really founded out of the grassroots racing, which is weekend racers. They're spending their discretionary income on building a car in their barn or their garage, and then they take it out to the track. And we still embrace that heavily, and that is a significant part of the racing industry, is that grassroots area. The grassroots racing really is the feeder to the NASCARs and the IndyCar and the F1. And so if you think about it from that standpoint, almost like a funnel, up at the very top where it's robust is this grassroots, and then it feeds down into these top tier, at the highest level of racing. So it is really diverse. In the past 6 months, I've been to sprint car nationals and tractor pulls and obviously IMSA and IndyCar and NASCAR. So it covers all different variations. NHRA, which has a great operation here in Indianapolis. It's very diverse. It's exciting.
Our thanks again to all the contributors who joined us for this episode of the Business Equity and Opportunities Podcast. We hope you found it enlightening, useful, and inspiring. You'll find more information about the show on our website, BEOshow.com. You can watch Business Equity and Opportunities Sunday mornings at 10 on Wish TV or live stream it through wishtv.com. Each week we provide 7 full segments with topics ranging from how to get started and how to access capital to the day-to-day running of your business and questions about accounting and bookkeeping. We feature business news and trends and always share a success story from one of our contributors. Join us next time for more insights into the world of small business. Be sure to sign up for our Business Equity and Opportunities newsletter to get even more valuable, up-to-date information. And if you have any questions or you'd like to be part of our show, please email us. The address is beo@wishtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Scott Sander. Thanks for listening.
Watch the Business Equity and Opportunity Show on Wish TV and access all of our content and share it on demand anytime at BEOshow.com. You can find more podcasts from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.